a technical issue in the background. This game went the previous round went on for a really long time, but also apparently the round six that was meant to happen as a semi-final to build up to the final. Somebody pulled out at the last minute. The tournament time going too long, much longer than they could actually stand for. So we're going to go into round six as the actual final of this game. It's going to be GFG versus SYF. There is a short break, so we'll listen to some music while we wait for those guys to get ready for the game.
Dota 2 is getting patched tonight. New balance changes will make everything right. Patch notes are up on Valve's website. Get online and send me an invite. Dota 2 is getting patched tonight. New balance changes will make everything right. Patch notes are up on Valve's website. We just wanna see ya push mid.
In the game, Fury on. Gotta farm fast, get my Midas on. Non-stop jungle till I meet the quota. If I ain't farming, I ain't playing Dota. Where the creeps, I got to know. I spam my ult so my farm can grow. Team says I'm useless, but I know I'm pro. Just gotta rice, gotta get that dough.
I'm blowing through these towers with the power of my double serpent ward refresher orb, and that's GG in half an hour. I ether shot.
Right guys, welcome to yet another cast from your favourite caster, Omega Kai. We're here in the finals for the Australian and New Zealand Stage Series 1 between two equally matched teams in the finals. There were some complications with the semi-finals, but now we're jumping straight to the finals as a result. Somebody pulled out or something. As you can see on your screen, there's the advert for the Australian and New Zealand stage. You've probably watched all the games all the way through, so I won't talk too much about that, nor will I talk about the upcoming Kiwi Series Challenge 2. Let's just jump into the round. They've already started with the draft, and I'll let hopefully I'll have a co-caster this time and he can talk and it won't be just me rambling on for 85 minutes. How's it going, Jason?
Last game was so long. How are you?
I felt incredibly lonely on the last game.
Me too.
That was probably the longest game I've casted and actually watched. I have not watched a game that has been nearly 90 minutes long. In fact, the stream was 2 hours and 10 minutes, given all the time it took with all the fails at the beginning.
Oh my goodness.
So the bans and the picks, let's talk about those. What do you think about the first round of banning?
Well, I love how quickly they pick up Visage and Nyx, those two incredible strong heroes. But other than that, just normal pick, I guess.
Yeah, we're seeing a common theme all the way through casting this event. We've seen these early Bat Rider bans. We've seen those early Wisp bans. We have seen Life Stealer go through a couple of times, but obviously he's been banned out this time. But for the first time, we're seeing Weaver being banned in the first set because he's been picked up pretty much by every team, or at least one of the teams, in every single round.
Yeah, definitely.
Pickups for SYF Gaming. They've picked up a Nyx Assassin that obviously strong initiator with also the potential to gank those, particularly those weak supports. And Rubik, because Rubik is amazing and has the ability to pick up any counter. And if played well, he can sort of really be detrimental towards the opposing team. Also, by picking Rubik, it's kind of like a block pick because any hero that you pick afterwards, you have to always consider that, we might have to fight against that ult. So if they pick a Warlock, they may have to fight against a Golem. If they pick a Magnus, they may have to fight against a Reverse Polarity or a Tide or something. So it is a very strategic pick, and also strategic to pick it out early.
Yeah, it's really true. Last game we can see Rubik play really well. So This game I'm pretty sure he can do well as well.
GFG picking up that Darkseer for the long lane solo, picking up Visage for that tri lane, and now just picking up Temple Assassin. That's the second Temple Assassin pick we've seen so far. Obviously that worked out well for them in the last game and in the SYF game, and they're looking to play with that. But we're also seeing an Outward Devour. Wow, and lots of fast picks coming through. Oli Jar, Jason, say something about these picks. In the background, this game,
Yeah,
the
they pick
previous
up
round went on
really
for a really long
quickly.
time, but also apparently the round.
Kind of interesting.
Well, I like the Visage Alchemist combo. I've seen that quite a few times. The nuke and slow there from the Visage being followed up with Unstable Concoction from the Alchemist means that that's a dead hero if they can lock him down. They normally seal that off with a Shadow Demon, so it would be good to see if they pick up a Shadow Demon for that trial lane, because I think that would be super strong. SYF picking Outward Devour. Where do you think that Outward Devour is going to sit in terms of what lane? Is he going to be position? Is he going to be mid? Is he going to be tri lane? Where would you put that Outward?
Most likely go to mid to shut down TA a little bit, but I would say they should have banned up Jack Hero now, because if Green Frog Gaming pick up the Jack Hero, it will be so much stronger. The disable.
Yeah, and you're absolutely right if they pick up that Jinkiro. But even if it gets banned out, they could also pick up. There's so many other supports in the pool, so they've left themselves lots and lots of options. And they may be paying some weird thing where Temple Assassin isn't mid. Would I put Outward Devour in the mid position? Probably. If the Outward Devour is played very intelligently, that Prism, what's it called? It's called Astral Imprisonment. If you spam that out onto a hero who doesn't have a high mana pool, you can easily shut them down, because they end up with something like 14 mana and can't actually cast anything.
Yeah, so true.
And another pickup of Nature's, the versatile power of Nature's, also being able to teleport into, that global presence, being able to teleport into any team fight, or also being able to really push. We've seen the strong power of Nature's Prophet, and anyone who's watching this already knows how Nature's works. What do you think the last pickups are going to be, given that we've already got most of the pieces on the table?
Most likely, they probably gonna go for Shadow Demon, just for setup, or even Bane.
And we see a Lesser being picked up. That's interesting. Yeah, it is. That Edict and that Earthspike probably being is it Earthshadow or Earthstrike? What is it called? Earthsplit being really good with the setup for Alchemist Stun, in much the same way that SD or Jinkiro will be used, although Jinkiro has a better teamfight utility all the way through, but he's obviously banned out, like you said. That was a good call on your behalf. So what are we going to see for SYF Gaming? That's their lineup seems really weird. They don't seem to have a strength hero in that mix.
Yeah, I reckon they probably will go for something like Sven or another carry, I would say.
They need something to shut down this Templar Assassin, and something that's going to also have a stun. Oh, Slada! The strength hero position being picked up by Slada.
Nice.
While I like FYF's draft, I'm actually picking in this particular alignment that if you're going to do it purely on drafting mechanics, probably GFG picking up the better drafting team for this particular engagement. But this is a best of 3 as I understand it.
Yeah, in terms of getting rid of the pushing power, I would say GFG is much more stronger.
Well, yeah, it's also that the team that they have. There's a DC here, but we can keep talking. There's a team. Their team here has more natural synergy with each other in terms of how they work. They've got the setups for the Alchemist happening here. They've got Darkseer for that solo lane push. Whereas the SYF solo laner, who are you going to put in the solo lane? It has to be Nature's Prophet, doesn't it?
Yeah, must be Nature's Prophet.
And hopefully this game is going to go smoothly because it's a best of three. We don't want to have three 80-minute games, otherwise that would be somewhat painful. But
Yeah.
hopefully we're going to see three very quick, rapid games with lots of very strong plays from both teams, or potentially two games if it all goes in the favor of one team. So yeah, we'll take this quick break while we're waiting for the DCs to reconnect. Why don't you give us a bit of a spiel quickly about ANS for those who haven't already heard, just so that you can tell them a little bit about what you're doing and a little bit about yourselves.
ANS is actually Australia and New Zealand stage for Dota 2 gaming, but we try to organize this as a weekly tournament, but in the future we probably run it uh, a bit less, but the prize pool will be larger in terms of different players, and then we can get more players to play, and hopefully improves the standard in Australia with the Dota players.
And it's very commendable. I understand that the prize pool has come out of your own pockets, so I think that's very commendable. And anyone that is watching this, they should lend their support by going along to the Facebook page, by clicking like on the Australian and New Zealand stage page. You can find that in the search option. You should see that picture that I'm showing you right now. You can't see it there, my co-caster, but the guys watching this can see it. Like that page, the more likes they get, the more strength they have in order to attract sponsors.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we've got everyone connected now, so it looks like we'll probably go into the game. Yeah, we're going into the game. I'm interested to see what these lanes are gonna be. As you said, that Nature's probably going to be in the long lane. Probably going to see that Ward in the mid, and Slada, Nyx, Assassin, and Rubik being in the tri lane, because they've got all those key pieces there for shutdown. They've all got the ability to stun, so that makes quite a strong tri lane. And the Radiant side. Go ahead, buddy.
Thank you. I think they expect Visage will be going offensive, but then it turns out to be defensive.
Yeah, and they've got this weird support structured tri lane. They probably carry the Shrek, I'm thinking, or carry Visage, because they've got three supports here. Oh no, they're just rotating into their own jungle to protect their own camps. I apologise, that's not actually the tri lane.
30 seconds to battle.
Nature's not doing the stand in my well trick just yet, because he's going to be in the bottom lane. He's not going to be jungling.
Yeah, I always don't like the fact that they're using bottom lane to farm as a Furon. So easily to get killed. Not worth the wait. The time.
The battle begins!
Duxia being this weird position here, not really sure what lane he's going to be in at this stage, or whether or not he's going to be jungling, which leaves a free farm tops tri lane to just wreak havoc on this game. I don't know if this is going to be a smart maneuver if they're going to do this jungling and tri lane bottom. That could be quite disastrous. And
yeah, I love how he do it though. He probably just get level 2 and then after that go top and farm. It's far much better than Furon's just wasting time.
And yeah, you're right. If he does get those early levels in the jungle from the creep camps, then his rotation into that top position could probably be much more beneficial for his team. Although there's going to be no Iron Shell harassment coming down onto this Slada, which obviously would be useful because he's a melee character, so you'd have to stay back a little bit, denying possibly some of those last hits as well as a result. Instead, it's going to be free farm Slada. Maybe they're not afraid of a free farm Slada?
Yeah, that
Oh,
would
early
be
smoke,
so.
early smoke on the mid position. It looks like there's going to be a pick off
Oh,
on the OD. Slow coming down with a surge, extra imprisonment, and a stun going down, and it hits, and that's a first blood to the Radiant team.
First blood.
oh no. I'm not sure why he put the Astro on himself.
I think he was looking to possibly buy time. Might have been one of those reactionary things, muscle sort of reflex, or it could have been a misclick. Hard to say. Darkseer now looking like he's going to be level 3 very, very shortly, but there's a lot of free farm going in onto this Slider at the top, who's all about to hit level 4. His supports there, Rubik and Nyx, are sitting quite low, so maybe this strategy will pay off. Maybe this Darkseer will be able to keep pace with the Slider, but you know, I guess time will tell. Alright, and we're having some lag issues with my co-host. Hopefully he'll still be around. That's apparently the curse of Australian internet. You guys have terrible internet, I hear.
Yeah.
I get it quite regularly. I play with a lot of Australians, and the thing that I find hilarious is that I'm in another country and I have a better ping to the Australian servers than they do, and they're in the same country.
Yeah. Oh, that failed gank.
Well, maybe not a failed gank. There's an Astral Imprisonment going down onto the TA, followed up with some right clicks, but those. Well, here comes the stun after the wearing off of the refractions. Is there going to be enough damage? There's some nice body blocking there from the Outward Destroyer. Yeah, look at all that body blocking, and then some right clicks going down onto the TA. Probably wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for the right clicking, the body blocking of the Outward.
Yeah, it's quite weird to see Furin come in without any sprout and mana.
I don't think he was expecting to need to be teleported into a combat this early, but he is laning, so sometimes with that sort of solo lane build that you do with Furion, you don't really get sprouts. You get as many levels into tree and as many levels into teleport as early as you can in order to push the lane, but also keep the enemies, harass the enemy with those little trees. Darkseer doing pretty well in this bottom lane. Yeah, he's sitting at 3. He's managed to stack with an Iron Shell, so that's pretty good. That wave is probably going to die just to that one Iron Shell, or to maybe another one. That's going to be efficient farming for that Darkseer. Let's have a quick look at the CS now. We can see that this Alchemist doing a pretty good job sitting at top of the table with 25 CS along with Slider. It's 1 CS in it, bouncing back and forth. Below those two is a close tie between Outward Destroyer and Darkseer. With everyone else, including TA and Nature's Prophet, sitting way below that.
Yeah.
I think you're right. What you said about putting Nature's in that long lane. He's not really going to get any CS. He's going to just get pulled by. The scamps are going to get pulled by the 2 supports, so he's not going to get any farm. So he's realised that, and he's abandoned that lane and gone to farm the jungle. And Darkseer now rotating into the top once he's hit level 4, no, level 3, 2 levels of that Iron Shell. And now you can see that Iron Shell starting, double Iron Shelling the waves. You can see that it's starting to drive back the Slider, but unfortunately the Slider sitting at 6.
Yeah, this game right is so dangerous for SYF because Alchemist is farming really well, and if they are not pushing any pressure to towers with this Alchemist build, right, then it's so horrible in mid and late game.
Yeah, you know, we talked about like who won the draft, and I still think that GFG won that draft. They've got 2 capable heroes that can probably late game carry. They've got options because they put them in different lanes. They've got options to put them in different positions. And the top lane here, there's a bit of damage going down onto Darkseid, but he escapes. Yeah, but in any case, GFG, they have their potential to late game carry. But, you know, the only real carry for late game in SYF is that Furion, and I don't see him picking up enough farm now to be fulfilling that position as the late game carry.
Yeah, it looks like they're gonna put Slada as a carry. I've seen some pub game is quite powerful when they're pushing together and doing S5. And if the OD is going for mechanism, then it's definitely working for them. But on Alchemist, right? I'm pretty sure the Battlefield will be up in another 5 minutes. So if they haven't done anything within that 5 minutes, then it's really hard to shut Alchemist down.
Yeah, as you're right, that early Battle Fury is going to be quite influential if he can get that up early. And he's getting no harassment here because they've got a Natures. It should have been probably an offensive trail lane on a defensive trail lane as soon as they'd realised there was no Alchemist in the top lane. But they're somehow picking that they can out-farm him, you know, and I think that's a mistake. You can't out-farm an Alchemist. There's no one in the game that has that potential other than Alchemist to out-farm Alchemist. Oh, and in the bottom lane here, nice stun from the Alchemist onto the Nature's Prophet, followed up with a nuke from Visage. Nature's Prophet not being able to escape with his teleport, unfortunately.
Yeah, nice work from Visage and Alchemist, taking away the tree so they can have a vision.
That's what Quelling Blades are for, right? You know, you're playing against the Natures, you gotta have a Quelling Blade. But in this case, only Alchemist has the Quelling Blade.
Yeah, they can just carry a Tango. That's the best for me, I would say.
And they're looking like they're gonna try and pick off this this Darkseid, and they will with that nice stun, with that nice pickup. Nice teamwork there from the Rebecca and the Slaughter. Well, meanwhile in the middle lane, there's a bit of damage going down onto the OD. Nexus coming in to support him, although that stun didn't work very effectively because he was trapped at the Astral Prison, and we've got a TP in from Furion, and there's a lot of damage going down onto this TH. He's got, oh, and that haste rune, she gets away with that haste rune. Refraction saver.
Yeah, Hezron.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
I'm quite surprised. I thought Slada is gonna go for a dagger, which can easily one of the items to end the game quicker, but he's going for other items.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's getting. I'm pretty sure he's getting a BKB there, but look, and they're going to go on for another kill onto Darkseid. Sprout's being used finally, and yeah, another good gank kill from that team. That global presence of their Nature's Prophet really starting to sort of pay off.
Dire's top tower
Yeah,
is
definitely.
under attack.
Yeah, let's take a quick look while they're rotating. Wait, whoa, we won't be seeing anything. There might be some battle going on here with the rotation in the mid. No. Let's take a quick look at the graphs. We can see that for the CS anyway, we can see 62 for the Alchemist. He's, you know, that's going to really be 90 something given that he's got 4 levels of Grevil's Greed. But, you know, the Slaughter not being too far behind with the CS. He's actually keeping pace with him. OD doing a really, really good job with his CS in the middle. TA failing slightly, sitting at sort of 31 or half of what Alchemist has currently got. And everyone else sitting at sort of lesser than that. You know, the big question here is, you know, although they're getting all this ganks, oh, look in the mid position here, a lot of damage going down onto OD. Yeah, as I was saying, there's a question here is who's going to be the late game carry? Slaughter late game carry? I don't think so. I mean, I think in theory that sounds great, but I don't think it's going to work out as well as they hope it's going to work out. Not against an Alchemist, not against a TA.
Yeah, I think just depend on how well they play it, because there's a lot of disable on their team. So hopefully they can do something great for us.
Yeah, we want to see some big exciting plays. We can see here there's a triple stack ready for this Alchemist to pick up. Yum yum yum, he says there's going to be a lot of cash in CS for me. Yeah, there's their Better Fury, right clicking down the creeps, especially with support from his own acid spray. Look at that, look at his CS just fly through the roof.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
And with all that Grievel's Greed gold, he's going to be
Radiant's
laughing.
top tower is under attack. Killing spree.
And we see in the mid here there was some sort of jump in with the sprouts, and they managed to pick off one hero. Not sure how they got the TA, given that there was only oh wait, it was an initiation by Nyx, followed through with a kill from or some support there from Furion.
Yeah, I think they realized the power from Alchemist, so that's why they're playing so aggressively. And I think Alchemist, if not wrong, right, he's somewhat quite at least 2 minutes away from what Yamate, one of the team members in DI3, doing. I mean, the achievement, the farming is quite somewhat similar. It's like 2 minutes away from what he achieved. So it's like professional player for Alchemist.
Yeah, this Alchemist is farming at that high level of play of game. Not sure what he's going to be building into next. I probably would say Shadow Blade, just because Shadow Blade and Alchemist is really good, but he may be looking for something else. Yeah, and you're right, this Alchemist is really going to start steamrolling away from the rest of them. If we take a quick look at net worth, is it IT? Yeah, T-Y, there it is. Net worth being 2,500 more than anyone else. Not substantially huge, but 2.5k at only sort of 12 minutes into the game. That's a big lead in terms of an item. But that just shows you how well, actually, really, when we look at it, that shows you how well this Slard is actually doing. Although he's not anywhere near as farmed, he's got something coming on the chicken. It is the rest of his BKB. Oh, just not the recipe. Yeah, so who's going to win in that engagement between a Slider and with a BKB and a Alchemist with a Battle Fury? Probably a Slider. And we're back into the game.
Double damage.
You can see in the mid lane here there's some nice wards being placed by the Dire team. They've got really good vision across this river and both ends. In this mid area too here enables them to see what's going on across the other side of the lake. And they've got this ward just outside the enemy tower that's going to give them some vision as to what's going on with their top lane.
Yeah, really nice warding there.
And there seems to be some kind of collection of players in the mid position.
Dire's middle tower
This could be a
is
team
under
fight very,
attack.
very shortly, and there's initiation there from the Elbow Destroyer, but no follow through. Yes, there is a perfectly timed stun, followed by a pickup and some rings. They really want this Alchemist to go down, but unfortunately he's just too tanky. He pops his ult, he's looking for someone to throw a stun on, throws a stun on a Rubik, it almost kills him straight out. This is not looking good for the Radiant team. Their initiation on this team not working out so well, although it looks like they're going to pick off the Alchemist 2 for 2, so they could salvage the situation. And there's some damage going there down left, right and centre. Wow, the Slider almost dying to that acid.
Radiant's top tower
They
is
know
under
that
attack.
the TA is in meld, but yet they're hanging around. That's quite dangerous. Yeah, see, well, no, mechanism goes off, there's a stun, reflection's gone, yeah. and just working in favour of the Dire there by picking up one extra kill from the TA who was melted. Now they're taking this advantage this time here to take advantage of the lack of presence of DPS on the battlefield from the Radiant, and they're looking to pick up this early rush. So there we go. That's their answer to the Alchemist. Better team play.
Roshan has fallen to the Dire.
Better team play and better coordination of their skills is going to possibly give them that advantage. And they've already got a lead in kills, even though they're behind on gold. The Slider choosing not to heal at all, just going to push right in with a mechanism and that Aegis and just really get some towers, early towers down. TA driving them back with just traps alone.
Yeah.
Yeah, now the Alchemist is there. I don't. Oh, nice deny on the tower by Alchemist. No, they're going to engage. This is going to be overextending from the Radiant team. Easy pick off of 2 players there. Looks like it's going to be a pick off of Alchemist also. Yeah, look at that. And that's a 4-man wipe for no deaths. No Aegis used. Aegis still up on Slaughter. And that was an excellent execution of abilities there by SYS.
Yeah, that's the problem with Alchemist, because if you gone greedy, right, and people push, then it's over.
Taking a quick look at that graph, you can see since that first team engagement, or that team engagement under the Dire Tower in the mid position, there on my little graph here, it's just skyrocketed down. It's gone from something that's like 1,500 gold to 7,500 XP, sorry, difference. And gold-wise, was all in the favour of the Alchemist team, and now it's plummeted down to almost 4k. So, good job by SYF. They've managed to scrape back, I guess, that lead that the Alchemist, the early game Alchemist gave them.
The red mist spreads
Gave the Radiant.
Radiant's middle tower. Dire's middle tower is under attack. War has
And
come to
yeah, they're
Radiant's
pushing this bottom tower. There's no reactionary TPs coming in to save it. This is going to easily be a tower. Whereas in the top lane, Alchemist and TA looking to push the top lane, but they're just not. They've got follow through with supports, but they're playing just slightly more conservatively. So this is going to give the Dire the time to probably either push tier 2 down the bottom or react and TP back to top. And it looks like there's some reactionary TPs going into top. Just one,
Dire's top
2,
tower is under attack.
3.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Rubik teleporting into a dangerous situation, being stunned, being slowed. This is going to potentially be a bit. Yeah, that's indeed Rubik. There's somebody else coming in. They want it as well. All those great plays we saw earlier being played by the Dire team, probably being given away here with that single filing into the enemy team. Although it's not without a complete loss, they did pick up a couple of kills, and they may pick up this Alchemist here, which is probably the valuable kill if they can pick him up.
Oh, nice stun there from Nyx.
Dire's middle tower is not what it used to be. That is for certain.
That was a fair trade in the end. It was a 3 for 3.
Root, and after that,
Another tactical pause. No, this is not a tactical pause. This is definitely some kind of pause. You know why I'm saying that, right?
Yeah.
There was an awful lot of puppy pausing in the last game. Right, going to take the opportunity since we're paused for no apparent reason that I can see. Let's have a quick look. Is that going to come up? Yeah, that comes up. Good, great. do myself a plug-in. Those who are watching this, obviously you can see this on my channel. You can also see this on my YouTube channel, which is on the screen now. And if you want me to cast your games, just send me an email to that address on the screen. I'm happy to do this kind of thing that I'm doing right now for anyone, really. It depends on my time and my availability. And the game is now being unpaused, and we can actually talk about something exciting. And there's a lot of action going on in the mid here. There's a 5-man Dota push in the mid. This is going to probably be met by a 4-man Radiant team. This Darkseer was slightly out of position in the jungle, but now he suffers from no mana, so his team fight utility with that wall being quite low. He needs to retreat back to the well. In the meantime, they are still pushing down the middle. And all those sprouting trees, plus all the right-clicking from the Dota team, easily taking the tower. Radiant now in a position that Darkseer's got some mana to offer up some resistance in the form of a team fight, but unfortunately it's a bit too late. Radiant taking the tower and running. Yeah, oh no, I'm totally wrong. Look at that, nice smoke. They're going to turn. They've smoked up. They're feigned a retreat, and now they're running back in with an engagement. Coming out of nowhere to pick off that TA. Nice stun. Refractions are gone. Right click's going down. Oh, just not enough damage. No, he still gets him with the shot. And OD really knocking him down with the damage. Follow that with the next stun, and the Rubik, even the Rubik Fadebot really adding to the damage, given there was a lot of heroes in there. Slider's still around. Doesn't realize that his Aegis is about to run out, but it doesn't really matter because this is mid-racks.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
A really great play from SYS there.
Yeah, the smoking up and reversing on them was a great play.
Dyer's bottom tower is taking.
Yeah, and I'm surprised how Alchemist is going for Shadow Blade. Even though it's good for initiation, but at this point, right, BKB is the main items.
Radiant's middle barracks have fallen. Dyer's bottom tower has fallen. Blazed. Wicked sick.
Oh, great counter stuns, great abilities to be knocked on there. They're trying to take out the slider, but it's not working. They've lost 2 heroes, 3 heroes, 4 heroes to that. That's definitely both mid-racks and possibly a rotation into the top lane or bottom lane to take. And GG called on the first game. 20-minute GG. Clearly outplayed. GFG will have to go into the next round thinking what they can do in this best of 3 series. Will GFG take it out to make it a 1-for-1 game, or will SYF take out 2 in a row to take the challenge, take the series? We'll see you guys all in the next game.